Hell yeah! Welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man as voted by a brown recluse, a black widow, an eight-legged, six-eyed Spider-Man. Shout out to Late Bloomer, Day Day, Oh Jeezy, Kiss My Arsehole, Dirt Bike Boy, Bitcoin is Freedom, Cam 702, Oh Jeezy, Late Bloomer. I appreciate you guys hanging out. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. The time right now is 3:49, which means we're only 19 minutes late. It has been an exciting week. I have a ton of topics, although most of them are very short topics. But I feel like this last couple weeks I come onto this podcast, I go, you know what? Not much has happened, so I just have to stretch out every topic. But I've been cooking some good food this week, making a lot of salads. It's funny because it seems like the harder I try to be healthy, the more I end up getting drunk by myself every single night. So it crosses, it X's each other out, cancels each other out whenever I try to do that. So the other day would have been Saturday, went to a birthday party. My friend Stam's his wife, whatever, birthday party. We go to this pool, like a party pool, like a club. You got people setting shit on fire. You got a giant sports on the screen, a giant swimming pool heated all day long, everyone with their shirt off, all the chicks are hot, all the dudes are fucking 6'5" yoked out bodybuilders serving you drinks, bought way too many beers, had a great time over there, got a ride back to his house, had a few beers, met one of his buddies, compared knives and guns, you know, one of those things. You ever show up to one of your buddies' house, maybe it's just some man shit, and you go, is that a safe? You go, yeah, that's my safe. You go, what's in the safe? You go, that's my gun safe. And you go, oh shit, can we check it out? And I feel like a lot of people, they're like, oh, I don't know if you're supposed to say that, but it, like, on some man shit, every dude who has a gun safe, as long as they don't have, like, I don't know, if they're not wearing a suit and tie all the time, they're gonna be like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, fuck yeah, I'm gonna show off these guns. So all the boys go into the garage, we're all showing off guns, jumping around like a bunch of little boys. And then anyways, I end up leaving early because everyone has to wake up early. I go to the bar, I see this full ward, and one of my good friends, I start gambling, and I say, you know what, I'm only gonna gamble $10 and then I'll get out of here. Gamble $10, get out of here. So I gamble $10, I'm $1 in, and somebody goes, oh, by the way, I'm streaming all this while it's happening. I'm streaming, and somebody goes, hey, are you like a skateboarder guy? And I was like, what? It's like, aren't you Ninja something? And you know me, like, I love like the attention. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, I'm Ninja Lifestyle, dude. I still skate. I still put out videos. So what, are you like a skater or something? He's like, no, I'm in one of your videos. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, that video you made a long time ago, neat. There's a part of the video where you drop in and do a trick, and then you stand next to me and I start screaming. And it all came back to me right away. I recognized him. After he said that, I recognized him. It's a kid who's probably like fucking 12 years old. I land like a 5-0 180, and then this kid just goes, Wah! And that's the intro to my neat part. I'm like, holy shit, that's you? No way, dude. So then I get to chatting with him. I bought them some beers. It's him and his buddy. They're talking about how they used to skate. They don't skate anymore. You know, they have kids. They have jobs now. Oh, that's cool, man. Cool to catch up with those guys. So anyways, I get out of there. I make it back home. And then my phone goes off and it's Ward. He goes, hey, who are those guys you're talking to? Are those your friends? I was like, well, you know, I used to do the skateboarding thing, and one of them was in one of my skate videos. He's like, okay, cool. Those guys are 86 from the bar. They're never allowed back. As soon as you left, they went in the bathroom and put a bunch of graffiti. I'm like, yes, dude. What the fuck? It's funny because it's like, oh, like I get to meet up with these guys. Cool. Like, zero respect for the bar. Still, I don't know. He's like, oh, those are your friends? Like, they did everything possible to make me look bad. By the way, it's also a gaming bar. It's not like a shitty dive bar where you would see graffiti in the bathroom. It's the type of bar where if you do graffiti in the bathroom, it's going to be erased within 30 minutes of you doing it. And also, it's funny because there was 4 people in the bar. Me, those 2 guys, and the bartender. There's 4 people in the building. It's not like we didn't need the Scooby-Doo and the mystery machine to figure out this one. There was no, I didn't have to figure out like Greek mythology and learn calculus to figure out who pulled off this bank robbery. It was, there's only 3 customers in the bar. And anyways, it was funny. You know, I love the attention if somebody like recognizes me. There was a time in my YouTube career where, you know, if I went to Fremont Street or anywhere like in public where there's a lot of people, like a music event or something, somebody like, oh shit, I know of you, you're the skater guy. And it doesn't happen that much anymore because everyone that used to watch me, either my videos are blocked from them or they've grown out of skating or they don't care anymore. So whenever I get that, I'm always kind of hyped, and then I'm like, fuck, dude, cool, these guys recognize me, and then I'm like, oh, fuck, dude, those guys kind of suck, too? They're kind of not that cool? Okay, whatever. Classic Ninja Lifestyle fan. Just ruins everything everywhere they go. So that was great. Didn't expect that phone call early in the morning. What else has been going on? Today, speaking of my channel, Ninja Lifestyle, I have a second channel called Steve Hates Skating. And I have to set the story up in a way. So for the past 2 weeks, I do Ninja Review every week. We did one video called something. Can somebody in the chat tell me what those artsy videos are? One was called Quasi something. And the one before that was called something else artsy. And the one before that was like something else artsy. And every time they come up, the skating, whenever like the brand is quote artsy, the skating is always less than average. When I say average, I mean the skill level could be found at any small town skate park anywhere in the country, maybe anywhere in the world. So no, there's never been one of these quote artsy videos with talented skateboarding. It's always at the very bottom. Yeah, the birds in the clouds. Which one was the spinning birds? So no one knows the names of those videos because they're not memorable. One had spinning birds and like terrible artwork. I've always said that skaters, as far as artwork, is always the worst. And I think part of that is like entitlement, right? I think art class is one of those places in life where it's the ultimate safe space where no one can ever be like, oh, your drawing sucks. Because everyone's drawing is it's their drawing. They made it in their own way. But you go up to somebody and be like, hey, the shadows are in the wrong place. Hey, the eyes aren't aligned. Hey, you tried to draw that reference. That's a square. You drew a triangle. You're bad at this. But then it's like there can be no one can be bad at art. And I'll make another metaphor after this. Anyways, I went full on in the comments saying like this type of video is both lazy and easy to make. And one person went, you don't understand how much skill it takes to make a video like this. I said, okay, I've been filming and editing skateboarding for 20 years. I've made over 2,000 videos just on YouTube alone, not counting the videos I made on my first few websites, vegaskating.com. So I can tell you that it's very easy to make this video. And they're like, prove it. I say, cool. I went in my backyard. I made the entire video within a 10-foot diameter. So I didn't walk more than 10 steps to make the video. And then editing the video took 1 hour. And I made something like, when I look at a video that just has shitty like doodles flying across the screen, and then they film a bug on the ground, and then they film a bird, and then a skateboarding trick happens, and it's a 5-minute skateboarding video on Thrasher, but there's only 1 minute of skateboarding, and there's 4 minutes of birds, I go, that's both easy and lazy. So somebody asked me to prove it, and I did. I proved it. So check out Steve Hates Skating if you want to check that out. Also, on the notion of skateboarding being art, I did think of another metaphor, okay? Let's use actual art. Kisma says they were an art teacher. Okay, let's use actual art. You have artists out there right now that can draw portraits with amazing detail with their non-dominant hand. And they can do that very quickly. They can do a whole portrait in an hour or two with shading. And they can do it so good because they spent years learning the techniques and the discipline and learning just how to do it, how to make the shapes of the eyes and everything, make it look realistic. And then it was so easy with their right hand, they switched to their left hand and they learned how to do it left-handed. And you say, wow, now that is an artist, man. That's hard to do. And then you get an artist who dips macaroni in paint and then throws it at the wall and goes, I did art, I did art. Look at me, I did art. And it's just like skateboarding, because the guys that suck that are throwing macaroni at the wall, sure, they're still artists. Sure, the bad skateboarders, sure, they're still skateboarders. But are they really doing the same activity? Are we really in the same sport? Because here's the thing, and this also applies to skateboarding. The really good artists, they know that the macaroni artists suck balls. They can tell by looking at them that they suck. They don't have the drive or determination. They're not able to do it. They can tell that you suck. But the macaroni guys, there's so many macaroni guys, and they can just go, yeah, no, yours is great. No, yours is good. And they can hype each other up, and they can sort of build each other up to where if there's enough people saying that, oh, macaroni is art, then it then kind of makes someone from the outside looking in, it almost looks like everyone is the same tier. Everyone's on the same tier. Well, in skateboarding, much like the macaroni art, listen, the portrait guy who spent years learning how to paint with his left hand, he is able to throw macaroni at the wall. He can do it if he wants to. He chooses not to because it's lame. The macaroni guys can never draw a portrait because that would take too much effort and it would take a long time for them to get that good. Now, just like in skating, doing a big handrail is hard. The really good skateboarders who are doing kickflips into those giant rails after years and years of experience, that's very difficult to do. It's hard to get that good. It takes a certain amount of discipline. Now, if they wanted to, they could just dress up in a Spider-Man outfit and do a no comply and throw their skateboard at the wall, drag their toe on the ground, and then film a bird. So one guy can do the other one's craft, but that craft can't go backwards. The no comply guy whose foot's always dragging on the ground, that guy cannot, will not, no way in hell ever jump on Hollywood and do a kickflip into a grind. Just can't do it. And you could give them 10 years. They wouldn't be able to do it because they're just not built like that. They can't do it. They need skateboarding to be art so that they can at least call themselves a skateboarder. So that at least from the outside looking in, they can still be kind of like riding the coattails of the good skateboarders. Skateboarders do this by, their main justification is, it's not about being good, it's about having fun. And if he's having fun, and I'm having fun, and he's doing a giant handrail, and I'm just sitting on the ground texting, well, since we're both having fun, then we're both skateboarders, and we're both kind of the same. No, bro, that guy's miles ahead of you. And because of your attitude right now, that's why he doesn't have that attitude. He didn't give up before he started. He kept trying and getting better and perfecting the craft. You suck balls, and you are down here using your little words and fantasies to try to make up a world in which you guys are on the same page. So I guess that's the difference. I went to like a funeral the other day. Celebration of life, and man, Man, they did this thing where at the end, you know, everyone's supposed to share a story about the guy that died, and I bitched out, dude. I'm so like outgoing, and I can talk in front of people. I can talk on a microphone. I can go on a camera and talk. I can do my podcast. I showed my goddamn dick on stream on New Year's. Pulled my whole dick out. You know, like I'm not like scared of crowds or anything like that. But motherfucker, I did not want to get in front of this dude's family and talk about some good times, man. I'm seeing everyone so sad. Everyone's bummed out. Also, like, all the family knows the dude more than me. You know, I only met the guy 5-10 times. The only thing we ever talked about was gambling and sports. You know, like, he's never been to my house. We didn't exchange numbers. So I'm like, I don't deserve to be here, like, talking and making this room about me. And I know that the friends and family, they would have loved to hear as many fun stories as they could. But I just couldn't. I couldn't bring it out of me. And I was wondering what part of, like, human nature do you think that is? Because it's not like... It's not fear of being like the star of the show. You know, I'm always trying to be the star of the show. I'm always willing to talk to a stranger and shit like that. But I couldn't do it. I was like, someone even came up to me and asked me, like, so did you know this guy? I'm like, yeah, I know him. Like, we even had a nickname for him. And they're like, well, you should talk. And I'm like, dude, what? I'm not fucking going over there. Whatever. The funeral was actually kind of funny. You know, there's always some humor in like tragedy. Like that's why the best jokes are always the most offensive. Number one, this particular bar has a touch tunes machine, which is a jukebox that you can play from your phone. But whoever runs the jukebox has turned off hip hop and turned off rap. Mo, who died, black dude, whole family, tons of black people. And they're only playing like these weird Scottish bagpipe songs. And I'm just like, T came in, he goes, you know damn well, Mo would not want this shit playing at his motherfucking funeral. And of course I start laughing like, dude, that's fucking hilarious. And you can't even play Kanye West over there. You can't play anything. So you just have this giant family of all black people listening to some weird like bagpipe, like Scottish music. Like yo ho ho la 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 da ho yo ho la 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 da. You can just imagine how annoyed they are. Like, bro, just put on to the TV volume or something. Literally anything else. Anyways, and then of course, you know, it was like a catered event kind of thing. Like the bar serves food, so they're catering food, and not to be racial, I thought it was going to be free chicken wings. I don't know why I thought that. Then again, I rethought it, and the price of chicken wings has skyrocketed in the past 4 years. But I thought it was going to be free chicken wings. And then, of course, I tell you guys on the podcast, my least favorite thing on earth to eat is spaghetti. And of course, they had spaghetti, but I I had to eat some anyways. And I'm just like, God damn it. This motherfucker died, and now I got to eat spaghetti and listen to fucking Irish music. This is fucking pissing me off, dude. Imagine if I was part of the family. I'd be even more mad. They were all trying to talk, and the music's like drowning them out too. God, it was a bit of a disaster, but it was nice to see this guy's family, and I got to talk to some of the family members. But you know, funerals are never fun. I mean, I've been to a couple that were fun. I went to one. My homie Ride Dog, his grandpa died, and we did it at like, it was like a military funeral. There was a military thing, and they started shooting a rifle off, and it scared the fuck out of me because I couldn't see. Like, they folded this flag all nice. These people like marched out of the room, and I was like, what's going on? Like, it was just a bunch of silence. They marched out of the room, and everyone had a rifle, and they fired these rifles in the air, but I couldn't see what they were doing. So it scared the fuck out of me. Jumped up like, fuck, dude, what happened? I didn't like cover my ears or nothing. So that was fun because right when that happened, I looked over and everyone got scared because I guess they didn't inform us. Everything's really formal. They didn't let us know that we could go outside and, you know, like salute or put your hand on your heart or something. They did it from just on the other side of the door. So, yeah, it scared the fuck out of us. And then anyways, I'm like, dude, can you believe those guns went off? What the fuck was that about? And they're like, yeah. And then this fool's like, oh, and there's free sandwiches. And I was like, oh, yes, dude. Fuck yeah. Like, yes. Fuck, we all get, like, it's like Halloween now. Like, number one, we're all scared. Like, oh, fuck, a bunch of guns went off. Then when it's all over, free sandwiches and beer. And also we get in there, and the grandpa loved to drink Bud Light. And of course, this guy, Uncle Lucky, goes in there. He goes, can you believe this shit? No Bud Light? Can you believe it? It's like we're at a funeral. And the other, like his like brother-in-law was like, can you believe this shit? No fucking Bud Light? This is bullshit. It's funny. I actually told this story on the podcast because it was on a Friday. I went over there, all that happened, and then I had to leave early to get to this podcast. That's funny. Maybe some of you guys remember that story. Anyways, yeah, funerals, never fun. Never fun. You know what's almost as bad as dying? I got attacked by mosquitoes the other day. Very relatable. Nice segue. Nice segue. You know what else is almost as bad as dying? I got bit by a mosquito the other day. So anyways, the other day I got bit by a fucking bunch of mosquitoes, dude. They bit me 16 times. How many times did 50 Cent get shot? Mine was worse. They bit me 16 times, and here's the thing. The mosquitoes out here, I don't know if they're the same everywhere. Maybe you guys can tell me different types of mosquitoes. The same thing happened last year. These mosquitoes, you can't hear them. They don't go zzz. They're silent. They got suppressors on their wings. And you don't feel them. And they're tiny. You don't feel them crawling. You don't hear them buzzing. You don't feel them sucking. They don't exist to you and I. Also, I'm noticing they don't bite your arms. They don't go above 1 foot up. They bit the motherfucking shit out of my legs. And for some reason, they really like my tattoo. On my left leg, I have a tattoo of a gun. So there's a lot of black on that leg. They went ham. And they did the same thing last year. They go straight. They're either big fans of guns or they really like tattoos. But they got me so many times and I didn't feel a single thing until over 12 hours later. I'm gonna say like 15 hours later. I'm itching my legs. And I go, fuck, my legs are so fucked up. And then the bumps, I feel all the bumps. And then in the middle of the night, or in the middle of the night, like noon, like noon before I would usually get up, I get out of my fucking bed and I start looking in the bed. I'm like, what the fuck is in here? Something in this bed must have bitten me, right? Because I didn't feel anything last night. And then you know, your consciousness comes back. You're like, oh fuck, I'm awake. It must have been those mosquitoes from yesterday. And it's some bullshit. And I tell everyone this on Twitch. I say, hey, Twitch, mosquitoes got me last night. Twitch is the best at giving me a solution that's like the worst solution. Someone on here last night was like, oh, here, buy this mosquito heater. What? Yeah, after you get bit, it heats up and you put it on the mosquito bite and it makes it not hurt anymore. And it only costs 55 Canadian dollars. Like, what? Why? What about bug spray? Also, if all it does is a little machine that gets slightly warm, couldn't I do the same with, I don't know, a lighter? Or anything metal, a AAA battery, like literally anything that doesn't cost $55 for a problem that I only have in Las Vegas for 1 week out of the year. God, it's like it happens all the time. Whenever I'm like, hey, my bike spoke is a little crooked. What should I do? They say, oh, buy an e-bike. It's only $6,000. I go, no, my regular pedaling bike has one small dent in one single spoke. Yeah, e-bikes are the best. My cousin has one. Here's a link. What? Like, the whole bike is fine. There's not a single problem. One tiny problem. It could probably be fixed for less than $1. And always on Twitch, it's, well, here's your $7,000 option. Like, this would work. Same thing with any computer problem. Whenever I'm like, oh, I think I don't have enough RAM. They're like, oh, the newest motherboard is only $2,000, and then you can get a graphics card. It's only $3,000. You should get the 900 million model, and after you do that, get the GPU. It's another $3,000. My cousin just built a computer. It's only $11,000. I say, bro, I'm going to the pawn shop to get a used monitor. Bro, what is his $11,000 solution? I don't know, man. You know what? Fat Rez was here the other day. He actually did help me. I said, you know what? I said, I have these pipe issues in my backyard. How can I fix it? I'll go redo it in PVC. He says, no. Use PEX pipe. It's just as cheap and it's twice as easy. You'll have the job done in one day. I said, what? I Googled it. A perfect solution. But you ask anyone else, they go, oh, no. You're going to need a 4-inch thick gas line insulated. Then you're going to need a 3-inch copper lining, and it's for water, right? You're going to need a Cambodian man to inscribe a sacred tribal message on the inside of it, which is going to cost you another $3,000, and you have to pay for his passport and visa. I go, oh, what? Why can't I just use the PEX pipe? No one ever helps me online, dude. It's always just spend money. The answer is always spend money. And then whenever I fix shit, everyone it's crickets. Whenever I fix something for $0, it's crickets. Cool. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to Walgreens. I'm gonna buy bug spray. It's gonna cost me $3. Guess what's gonna happen to my legs? I'm no longer gonna have mosquitoes. Or, crazy idea, insane idea. This new thing, it just hit the market, just barely came out. It's new. They sell it on Amazon, but I think it was developed by Elon Musk. Very recent, very new. It's called pants. Maybe I could simply, when I go in the backyard, crazy idea, I could wear pants. No. You need the $55 bug warmer. God damn it. Fucking internet people. Jesus. The mosquitoes. I thought about maybe getting a helmet for skateboarding. Oh my God. Helmets enough. Perfect segue. I didn't even think of this. I go on Discord. I said, I'm in the market for a helmet. They said you should get a 888 or ProTech, literally gold-plated helmets. They told me to get gold-plated helmets that have been blessed by the Pope, by multiple popes, dry-aged in Wagyu fat for the past 40 years. These helmets are $55. I found a highly rated one. I found one that was rated high, it has all the safety recommendations, it passed all the governmental bullshit. $21. All I have to do, I have to get an ugly color. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Spray paint it another color? Oh no. $55. Funny, the bug warmer and the $55 helmet, same price. Same Pope blessed each of them, by the way. How can a helmet be so much? You know what it's made out of, right? Foam and then some 3D printed bullshit or cast plastic. $55. I'll go with the cheap Amazon one from China. It's only $21. I'm probably gonna buy it. The reason that I want this is because, okay, well, I hurt my wrist, right? I've had a hurt wrist for like 3 weeks, going on 4 weeks maybe, and I can't bend it up or down very well. By the way, first day skating, earlier this week, I landed a good trick. Feeling good, man. Ready for next week. So I think how I may have hurt my wrist, I think I may have fallen and headbutted my own hand. So the helmet would not have saved my hand. But if I'm coming that close to hitting my head, I mean, I hit my body so hard that my glasses fell off, which is really difficult to do. You know, I got a face shaped good for glasses. Knocked my glasses off, so I know I fell fucking hard. And I know I fell hard when more people than usual ask you if you're okay. Like, if one person asks you if you're good, when you get up from a skateboarding fall, it's kind of like to be expected. When you get up and 7 people in a line go, "Are you sure? Are you sure you're good? Bro, are you sure? Are you really good? Are you?" That's when you know you fell really fucking hard. Skateboarders don't like to be, they're not really into checking on you that much. If they start checking on you and every single one of them asks you if you're okay, you ate shit. So it may be time for a helmet. I'm really like deathly afraid of a bad hand injury, but more so a foot injury or ankle injury or God forbid a knee injury. But the good thing about those is even if I did hurt those things, most of the time they will heal. And I feel like the older I get, the slower I heal, which is pretty whack. But those things will heal. If I mash my fucking head really hard, I don't think it'll heal. And I barely have any brains up there anyways. I think about that all the time. Like, I can't remember a single person's name from high school. Like, not one. I bet if I looked at a yearbook, it would like refresh my memory. I can't name one fucking person. I can't name one teacher I've ever had. So there's not much brains left up there. So let's try and keep the brains that I do have. Let's keep them working a little bit. Maybe I should do those little brain teasers, huh? In the newspaper. What am I? You guys don't even know what a newspaper is. Who am I fucking talking to? I want to apologize to everyone in the chat room right now. You guys know my lifestyle, right? Like if I go to build a ramp, Las Vegas gets the worst rain it's ever had in the history of Las Vegas. More rain has happened since I built that ramp than in the past 10 years. And it's because I decided to build a ramp. And then I put a tarp in my backyard. I hung it up against the house so that I could have shade in my patio. Well, right after that, we had 2 violent windstorms, which caused major roofing damage to the entire Las Vegas Valley. 4 or 5 houses in my neighborhood are having their roofs redone now from crazy wind damage, and mine also is got approved for to roof repairs from insurance. That's because I put a tarp up. Basically, whatever I do, the universe says fuck you. I made the terrible mistake of investing $9 in GameStop. I saw something on Reddit. It said GameStop's gonna go crazy. I said, what's $9? Like, I'm only gonna invest $9. And then today I woke up and the market completely tanked. So my bad. I should have given money to one of you guys, and then you could have invested it, and then it would have been up to $300 by now. I made the mistake of inserting myself into that issue, and now it's down $8. It's down $18 from the past 2 days, but yeah, my $9 is now worth like $4. So my mistake, guys. I know a lot of you guys are into investing. If there's anyone to blame, it's me. I apologize. I'm sorry. I watched a documentary on Netflix. It looked cool, and then this guy tweeted, and I thought it was a good timing. And also, I didn't know that investing on your Cash app is like the worst, because it makes you wait like 24 hours before it actually does the trade. So I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I can buy this stock at like $20 or $30. And then the next day it's like, you just bought the stock at $40. I was like, no, I wanted to sell it. I wanted to sell. That's when I wanted to get rid of it. That's not when I wanted to get it. Oh, you suck. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. Say goodbye to that $9. So, you guys want to win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack? Don't start with me today, guys. Don't you fucking start with me. Does anyone want to win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack? My God. All you have to do is answer this question correctly in the chat. Oh, Jeezy, I'm quiet. So last week, OGZ won. I said, cool, after the podcast, give me your address. He goes, nah, I don't want them. I go, why? Why did you enter? Like, why did you... Why did you even do this? I'm good. Keep them. Keep them. Like, cool. He's ruined it for everyone. Great. All right. Who wants to win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack? I said this earlier today. It was like the guy was walking around the WNBA like arena, and he's like, I can either give you courtside seats or $1. And everyone's like, I'll take the $1. That's me. Does anyone want free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack? No. But I do want to answer the trivia question, but keep the prize. I'm good. I'm good on that. All right. Whoever answers this question correctly first is the winner. What's the biggest spider in the world? What's the world's biggest spider? This spider belongs to the tarantula family, Theraphossidae. Found in northern South America, it is the largest spider in the world by mass, 175 grams, 6.2 ounces, and body length up to 13 centimeters. It's second to the giant huntsman spider by leg span. So I guess I would have accepted either of those. Dirt Bike Boy says, Goliath Bird Eater, you are the winner, Dirt Bike Boy, unless you don't want to be. I can either put these back on the table or I can send them to you. Send me a message on Twitch after the podcast. I'll get these stickers out to you on Monday. God damn it, dude. Can't take this podcast anywhere. I can't take this podcast anywhere. So I got a friend named Floppy Jimmy. He believes in ghosts. I sometimes wonder, do you guys believe in ghosts? Just curious. We have any ghost hunters here in the chat? Well, something ghostly happened to me and my friend Nick the other day. We're playing pool at the bar, and it's a digital pool table, which means instead of pushing the coins in and releasing them to release the balls, you simply press a button, beep, and it releases the balls. So we put in $3. We have 3 games. I play the first game, I win. Play the second game, he wins. Play the third game, I lose. So he's the winner. He's the champion. He's the champion of all 3 games. He wins 2. I win 1. Here, how did I lose? Well, the 8 ball was on the table, and I was on the 8 ball. He had 1 ball left or 2 balls left, and I missed the 8 ball, but I scratched. So the 8 ball was still on the table, and I scratched. So that means I lose the game. I walk away from the table. No one's even touching the table. No one's near the table. No one's looking at the table, and the balls drop. There was no money on the game. No money was allowed to come out. There's no remote control for this type of table. And let's just in a million years pretend that the table was like a smart table and it knew that I had lost. How would it know that if the 8 ball's still on the table? Unless, maybe we switch turns. Like, what if it was ball in hand? How would it eat? Like, let's pretend it was a smart table. It's not. It's not a smart table. Let's pretend. There's no way the table would know that I had lost, because the table doesn't know that it's even my turn. So that's pretending it was a smart table. Now, if that would have happened in the middle of the game, we could have just said, oh, maybe a switch got hit, maybe something shorted out, maybe someone bumped into the restart button, because that does happen all the time. I bend down sometimes to look at how many credits, and my hip will hit the button, because the button is just like a press button. It's not like a hard push with the spring. And the table restarted, and we got a free game, but there was no money in it. There's no money in the game. So yeah, some kind of glitch. Or, it was the ghost of Mo. It was the ghost of Mo. Shout out to Mo, man. He got us a free table. That's the same bar where I went to the funeral, the celebration of life. So maybe it was the ghost of Mo. That was actually the day that we found out he died too, it stems. Did you think of that? That was the day we found out Mo died. And we got a free game. What if it's the ghost? Could be. What else do I got on my topics here? Last night I got drunk, and you guys, we mentioned I should join the Neighborhood Watch. I don't know exactly what the Neighborhood Watch is, but by next week I will have a topic about the Neighborhood Watch. I will investigate it, find out what that means, and maybe I'll join the patrol. So in my neighborhood, we don't have Neighborhood Watch. We only have it a block away. The joke I made last night was, in my neighborhood, we have neighborhood mind your own fucking business. But if you go over one small neighborhood to where the liquor store is, they have Neighborhood Watch. Which is funny because they don't even have sidewalks. You gonna tell me your neighborhood can have a Neighborhood Watch? They don't even have sidewalks. They don't even have street lights. Bitch ass old neighborhood. Their neighborhood's maybe 5 years older than mine. So mine has all the cool new gadgets like street lights and sidewalks. Their shit just has dirt roads and fucking and mailboxes that are still located on the street. Ugh. Jesus Christ, what is it? 1930? Anyways, I'm gonna call the number and see if I can join the Neighborhood Watch. I don't know what it is, but I want to be a part of it. Put me in the gang. I had some dreams. I had some dreams earlier this week because I took some melatonin and the dreams were crazy. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I will quickly write down. I will say to you guys what I wrote down in the Discord. I wrote this down so that I would remember. You guys make the story. I just had an entire season of Asian Breaking Bad occur in a dream. Like 10 hours of a storyline. From bikers doing crimes in Home Depot to getting robbed in Arkansas, a chase through the underground sewer system, an international wedding that was taken over by spies, and a self-driving motorhome crash. What does any of that mean? I have no idea. That's the whole topic. I don't know what that means. Put that in AI and come up with a sitcom. Someone put that in AI, come up with a 10-episode sitcom. We're good. That's pretty much it for the podcast. I watched a couple of movies and shows. I tried to watch the Kevin Hart special where he gets the Nobel Prize or something. He gets some award. It's kind of like a roast. It was so bad. Not funny at all. I clicked it because I wanted to see Chappelle. Seinfeld was up there. He sucks. They put everyone up there sucked. I didn't like it at all. It was terrible. I couldn't get through it. I watched a movie with Denzel Washington called Inside Man. It was okay. Kind of like a bank robbery thriller, kind of movie, like what's going to be the twist ending? Like what's the plot? Where's the twist? I don't know, like bank robbery, Nazis, Jewish people, fake guns, hostages. What are we doing, Denzel? What are we doing? I didn't really care for the movie. If you want some type of bank robbing thriller, it's a 7 out of 10. Not Denzel's best work. 7 out of 10. That's all I got for the podcast, guys. Can I get a oh, hell yeah from you guys? Podcast is over. I tried to be entertaining. Not one of our best podcasts, but I hope I made you guys laugh a little bit here and there. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. If you tuned in late and you missed the beginning of the podcast, don't worry. The repeat of the podcast comes out on Sundays on Podbean, on podcast app, on Spotify, on YouTube, anywhere where podcasts can be found, you can find the podcast. Shout out to OGZV2 Node for Droid, Dirt Bike Boy, Late Bloomer, Node, Ivy Boy, B fucking squared, Keith Skates, Kiss My Arsehole. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Definitely go check out my newest video on Steve Hates Skating. You can also check out stevehatesskating.com and it will take you there. I put this video called Skateboarding is Art. We're going to watch it. We're actually going to watch it together after the podcast, but I need you guys to watch it on your own time. I appreciate when you guys send me money or subscribe during the podcast. If you don't have any money, I don't blame you. It's kind of hard to have money these days, but what you can do to support the podcast is tell a friend. Tell a friend about the podcast, a coworker, a family member, or maybe share it on Reddit or something like that, or online, on Facebook, on Twitter too. You can also, if you have iTunes, go on to iTunes and leave a review and a 5-star rating, or 10 stars. However many stars it is, leave the most of them. And say, this podcast makes me laugh, I love trivia, LOL, whatever you want to write. That would also be appreciated. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. The stream will continue, but the podcast for today is over. As I always say, have a great weekend. Don't drink too much and don't drink too little. $55 for one mosquito bite. 55 Canadian dollars at that.